So I started listening to music earlier, and I was planning on recording this way earlier than I did, and then like 2 weeks passed. Now it's almost the end of the month. Um, Outer Wilds is my game of the year for 2019. Like by far, far and away, nothing comes close. There is I could make another top 10 list, and top 10 list would be nothing but blank spots because of the power gap between this and Control. I Outer Wilds is unfair to every other game that came out in the last like 5 years. It, I love Hyper Light Drifter. Outer Wilds has affected me in ways that Hyper Light Drifter and fucking Undertale have not come close to. It starts off so clunky and weird, and the way that you move and jump and the flight and everything just feels so bad at first before you get used to them, and then you do, and then it just feels natural. And then you just start, you don't even have like a real objective. It's just go fly around this tiny little solar system that's only like a few kilometers wide, and go check out these planets, and go, like, don't fall into the sun. Hey, what's that weird thing floating around the sun? I don't know. I can't get close enough to that. Oh, hey, what's this big planet? It looks like a bunch of like fucking thorns in space. That's weird. Let's go fly. Oh, fuck, it's full of giant anglerfish that ate me. That was my first experience. That was the first time. Yes, that was the first time I died in Outer Wilds. I got ate by a giant anglerfish. Or maybe did I fall off of something? I don't remember. I can't remember. It's been a while. But then the next time you wake up, and that's weird. Wait, I just died and I woke up. This isn't it didn't load a save. You woke up. Like, you talk to the dude who's sitting there next to the campfire, and he's just chilling, and you tell him, like, I think I just died. And he's like, whatever, go get the launch codes, you were just dreaming. And then you already have the launch codes, which means that previous thing happened. Which means something's weird, right? Let's go off into the universe, into this little solar system, and investigate it. And let's keep investigating. And the first time you last 22 minutes, a piece of music happens. I'm going to play that underneath this right now. My first reaction to this music was, huh, cool. That's nice. I wonder what's happening. Like, because it's a music cue, obviously, like, oh, okay, cool. I wonder if it's ambient music, or if there's, like, something happening in the universe that I'll be able to find or something now. Like, this is a cue that, like, oh, now this thing is open, or now you can do this or that. And then the music starts to fade, and you hear a quiet, muffled, like, almost slurping sound. I know it's gross, but that's as close as I can think of to say what it is. And then a very quiet boom. And the entire game is filled with blue and then white, and then you wake up again. Because the sun exploded. And everyone died. And then you realize that you have 20 minutes every run to find what you need to find and learn. And thank God that your ship gets that information sent back to it. And that is a thing that is explained in the game. But you don't, at least in terms of my reaction, my first reaction to that was cool, and then the next time the song kicked on was anxiety. Because I knew that the run was ending and I hadn't found the stuff I wanted to find that time. And that anxiety happened for a while, a lot of runs, until after a while it just became a calm acceptance. And then it became a, cool, okay, let's try again. And that has some effects on somebody who knows that she's going to die young. Like, I've made no, like, qualms about talking about this. I had a stroke 4 years ago. I will more than likely have another, and it will more than likely kill me. It could be today, the day I'm recording this. It could be 50 years from now. I don't know. But at some point it will happen again. And for a while, that was really hard to accept. And I'm not saying that Outer Wilds did that, but I'm saying that the same feeling of fear and futility and everything else, and then the slow acceptance and then the calm, is the same thing that I felt going through run after run in Outer Wilds. And that's not to even discuss, like, the mystery of that game, of just being thrown into this universe that you then figure out is dying. Like, not just, like, your area. Like, the entire universe is dying in that. And you're trying to figure out why, and you're trying to figure out what this race that used to exist in your same solar system, it was doing. And they're like, what the things they left behind are. And you end up just searching, and the implications of what the Nomai did. The implications of what that sun station is. Of what they were trying to do. The implications of everything that is on Giant's Deep. The, like, horror of what is inside Dark Bramble. Not just the anglerfish, but what that thing is. Everything about that world is so meticulously crafted. Fucking Brittle Hollow is so much fun to explore and so nerve-wracking and terrifying. Because at any point, a chunk of ground could give away under you and you could get sucked into a fucking black hole. And it spits you out at the edge of the solar system. And then you find White Hole Station, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? And then you find, like, all these things about, like, the possibilities of time travel and quantum mechanics and everything. And all of this stuff that leads to you getting onto this moon and learning all of the rest of the secrets of the Nomai and finding a way into a planet that they basically made so you can get a power core, so you can power up a ship and finish everything. And the music that plays when you grab that power core, the spin on the music that you had been hearing so many times right before death, is something just magical. Andrew Prallo did something magical with this game's music. And the rest of the dev team did something magical with this game. And the lessons on hope in the face of utter futility, of hope and acceptance in the knowledge that you will die. There is no stopping it. There's no happy ending for your people and stuff at the end of this. There's no stopping the universe from dying at the end of this game. No matter what you do, you will fail. There is nothing to stop that. The only thing you can do is try to do it right. And getting to that ending where you fall into the center of the universe, into the eye, and you just appear in this quantum version of a forest, and there's just a fire and a chair, and then you slowly collect your friends, and you all have one final little jam session at the end of everything. And you create a new universe with that, from the quantum fuckery that is everything in the dark. You all end. You don't exist in that new universe. There's a reason that the track that plays after that is called 14.3 billion years or whatever it is. That's what you do. Your people don't survive that. They don't survive the suns exploding. They don't survive the sun exploding after you take that power core. The moment you take that power core, it is a death sentence to yourself and everyone else. If you fail at that point, that's it. Because that power core that you took from inside of Ash Twin is what's powering the thing that's allowing you to send information back in time to yourself. So when you took it and you go to travel to the core, to the center, the eye of everything, you took the universe out of its loop. You stopped the universe from repeating and staying alive. You took away the last 20 minutes of your race that could repeat over and over, but that was all it was. It was 20 minutes until your race it was gone and everything was gone. But it was still there. You could hold on to it and you would remember, and a couple of the other people you would remember, but that's it. And you took that even. Everything is gone because of you in the end. There was nothing that you could do to stop it. And knowing that it's all birthed again over the course of, near 15 billion years is cool. It's nice to know that you had a hand in that you helped shape the next universe. But you don't get to see it. And I think there's a lot of different ways you can take that message, and they're all good and apply to the world today. Like either personally or fucking politically or environmentally, you can take that same message of you might not see the end of what you've done. You might not see the result, but it's good to do it. And also the acceptance of death in the face of everything. Acceptance of futility sometimes, and still keeping hope through it. I haven't even talked about how fantastic the writing for the Nomai are. Like, these are all long dead people. They're all... There's one Nomai you find on the Quantum Moon, which is this moon that teleports between planets and stuff when you're not looking, but even she is not actually alive. She's kind of just a quantum shadow of herself. It's weird. But, like, the writing between these people is fantastic. The writing between you and all of the others of your race is fantastic. There's so much good in this game. It's gorgeous. Outer Wilds deserves to be played by every single person. Both because of how it is technically and visually and audibly, but also because of what it contains as a message and a story. There were so many nights, and you can ask Sam, where I was literally laying awake at 4 or 5 in the morning thinking about, like, the implications of certain things that I was finding out in the universe of the Outer Wilds. Where I would just be like, wait. Okay, so wait, if this means this, then this means this, and Jesus Christ, but what about this? Like, the time that I noticed that there was one more mask that was lit up inside the when you die. You can see the masks that are lit up, and there's like these obelisk things, that statue things that like are part of the thing that lets you send your memories and information back in time. And you meet one of your people has it. There's 3 lit up, and there's only 2 that you know of that have that activated. And seeing that for the first time and realizing like, oh fuck, there's one more person that we don't know about who is still alive. That means it's probably a Nomai. And like the search for that information and who that is and where that person is, and finding her on the Quantum Moon and like meeting her and stuff. Or like the first time you ever get onto the Sun Station and the music and just like the horror of looking out the window and seeing that you are like meters from the sun, and then when you go to try to cross into the station itself, realizing that the bridge is broken and you have to like jump across this gap above the sun and hope that you don't miss the doorway. And reading what's in there and what they were trying to do, using a supernova as a like fuel source to send a probe out to find the eye of the universe, and realizing that, oh, it finally worked. Thousands and thousands of years later, it worked. And that's only because the universe is ending. Like, and even that little detail of they failed to do this thing that they spent their entire existence in this solar system trying to do after they were stranded here. Build this thing that could fire a probe that could find the eye of the universe, because that's all they had left. And they failed at that and died. And the thing that they did, that they died before ever seeing, finally happened. And it's the reason that you can go to the eye. But they never saw it. They never got to see what all of that work went to. And it all leads back into that same message over and over and over again. You might not see what the thing you're doing now will lead to, but it will lead to something. So try to make it good. Anyway, I thought I was going to record for a lot longer for this, but that's all I got right now. That's Outer Wilds. I know I spoiled the shit out of it, but it's still 1,000% worth playing. Please do. Have a nice night, everybody. I'll see ya.